Today we are going to discuss about the project metrics. Coming to the first topic under it, it is software metric. Let us understand the concept of it. Software metrics refer to a wide range of measurements for computer software. The measurement can be applied to the software process with the intent of improving it on a continuous basis. The measurement can be used in order to assist the software estimation, quality control, assessment in productivity, and also regarding the controls in our project. Throughout the project, we need to measure all these attributes in order to complete our task. Finally, measurement can be used by the software engineers in order to help or assess the quality of technical work products and to assist in tactical decision making as the project proceeds from the start to the end until the completion of the project. Within this context of software project management, we are concerned mainly with two metrics. Those are one is quality and other one is productivity. The measures of software development output as a function of effort and also time appliances, and the measure of fitness for use of the work products that are produced. For planning and estimation purposes, our interest is historical. It means the estimation and planning tasks are handled for any project depending upon the past completed projects, so that the metrics are to be attained in order to achieve the productivity and also quality of that software project. Next, coming to the reasons for measurement, there are basically four reasons for measuring the software project. Those are to characterize, to evaluate, to predict, to improve. Let us understand every reason behind the measurement of the software project. The first one is characterize. We characterize the software project in order to gain understanding of products, processes, resources, environments, and to establish baselines for comparisons with future assessments. It means depending upon the knowledge gained through processes, products, resources, environments, and also the establishment of baselines, the comparisons are made with the previous project to the present project in order to assess the future projects. The next reason is evaluation. We evaluate in order to determine status with respect to plans and assess achievement of quality goals, the impacts of technology and process improvements on products and processes. It means the status of that project must be evaluated depending upon the planning and assessment by achieving the goals related to the quality as well as the technological advancements and the improvements of the software processes depending upon the processes and products. The next reason for measurement is prediction. We predict so that we can plan. Predictive measures are basis of extrapolating trends such as estimates for cost, time, and quality can be updated based on current evidence. It means the prediction undergoes only when we can plan ourselves related to that project. These measures are basically for certain trends related to estimation for the cost of the software project and the scheduled time it takes in order to complete that project. And also we should check whether the quality of that software is maintained and updated depending upon the current situations faced with the customers by the software programmers. And coming to the last reason for measurement, it is improvement. We measure to improve when we gather quantitative information to help us identify root causes, inefficiencies, and other opportunities for improving product quality and process performance. Here we can easily identify the improvement of the software project by gathering the quantitative information, which includes certain basic causes, the inefficiencies related to the project, and also the opportunity that we are getting from the end users in order to improve the product quality and also measure the performance under the process. These are several reasons for measuring the software metrics related to any organizational project. The next subtopic is measures, metrics, and indicators. Let us understand each one by one. Measures. It produces a quantitative indication of the extent, amount, dimension, capacity, or size of some attribute of a product or process. Measures are quantitative quantities that are related to the indication of the extent to which the project can be made or the amount we need to invest related to that project and the different dimensions that must be considered in order to build a project. And coming to the capacity, as how many working labors must be present in order to fulfill that project, and such as how many team members are there in that project, how many members can successfully complete that project within the scheduled time, and so on. Or size of some attribute of product or process, such as number of modules related to the project. Depending upon the modules of the project, we need to divide the team members and assign the task to several individuals. So these are all related to the measures. Next, coming to the metric. Metric is also defined as quantitative measure of the degree to which a system, component, or process possesses a given attribute. Whatever the attribute is given to the metric, it should be measured in a quantitative manner so that the degree of the system is to be maintained. Next, coming to the indicator. An indicator provides insight that enables the project manager or software engineers to adjust the process, the project, or the process to make things better. Indicator generally provides a clear explanation or clear idea related to that project, which must be known to the responsible persons who are handling that project, such as project manager or software engineer. They both need to maintain each and every task that must be fulfilled in order to build the project from start to end. If any disturbances or any adjustments are to be made within the project, then they are the responsible persons while processing the project. So in order to have better idea related to the process, these two persons related to a project, those are project manager and software engineer, they must be taking the responsibility of the complete project from start till the end of the completion of the project. And hence This can be explained with the help of an illustration. I considered an example taking four software teams who are working on a large software project. Each team must be divided between several members of the organization. In order to fulfill that project, several team members are allotted several teams. Those team members must be designed with reviews. Those reviews are basically for the improvement or advancements in the project. So each team must conduct design reviews, but is allowed to select the type of the review that it will use. It means they will be selecting certain design reviews. Which type of review is better to the team members, those designs are to be selected by them. Then, upon examination of the metric, depending upon the metric, observations are made on all the design reviews. Errors found per person are expended. The spended time related to the errors are observed by project manager and software engineer. The project manager, when notices that two teams using more formal review methods exhibit an error found per person hour expended, that is 40% higher than other teams. Whenever the reviews are conducted, the project manager noticed that within the four software teams, two teams are having formal review methods which exhibit error spended on it, that is 40% higher than other two teams. Then, assuming all the parameters as equal, this provides the project manager with an indicator that formal review methods may provide a higher return on investment than others, less formal review approach. It means depending upon all the parameters equally, the project manager indicates an indicator that formal review methods are far better than less formal review approaches, that is identified in two teams, because it has higher return on investment. Every organization goal is to have profits for them. For that reason, they will be considering return on investment criteria. The manager may decide to suggest that all the teams use the more formal approach must be selected in order to further process the software product. In this way, the project manager is responsible, depending upon the metrics, measures and indicators, in identifying the formal approaches which brings return on investment for any organization. Hence, the metric provides the manager with insight, and insight leads to informed decision making. Hope you understood these concepts. We have discussed in the learning outcomes software metrics, reasons for measurement, measures, metrics and indicators, and finally illustrated with an example in order to have better understanding on all the discussed topics. Hope all have followed all the subtopics related to the project metrics. Thank you one and all for listening. If you have any sort of queries, please feel free to discuss with me by typing in the chat box or by asking queries by unmuting yourself while asking and then mute yourself so that you can listened to my answers without any disturbance in between. Thank you, one and all, for listening.